Question, what do you think about these glasses? I was gifted a pair of them, honestly. I think they're the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. But with that being said, let's jump into today's video, which is how to pick your product and your niche for your dropshipping store. So this is a question I've been getting a lot, and a lot of my friends who do dropshipping are starting to do really well get this all the time. So I definitely thought I would address it. So first you're gonna pick your niche, right? And then you have to pick all the products you want. Some people will do a store with just one product. You know, I have a friend doing about 30 to 50K a month right now profit from just one product, right? That's all his store is, it's one product, which I wouldn't even count that as a niche. That's just like a product page, a product store. But when you're gonna have to pick your niche, you have to decide something, right? Who do you want to target, men or women? That's the first decision. And then from there, what do you want to be doing? Do you want to do accessories, clothing, entertainment, sports, pick the big categories and just break it down from there and figure out exactly what you want to do. You know, do you want to sell men's hats? Okay, now you have something going for you. Now you can look at Facebook, you can go into the targeting, see how many people are actually following these other brands for men's hats, how big the audience size is, all those different things. But one thing you definitely want to think about is passion. When people have a passion for something, it is much easier to get them to open up their wallet and spend their money. So you want to find something that people are super interested in. Whether it's pets is a very good one. You know, you can have a dog store, a cat store, a bird store. You know, I haven't looked into that too much, but you can get super niche specific with having, you know, a specific pet, like an animal type or whatever. Or you could go from the route of having like a general pet store, you know, kind of like something like Petco but online, where it's like you have a dog section, a cat section, and an other, or whatever, you know, pick a couple animals. But it's always good to niche down. You know, if you're gonna do something, do it just focused, like laser focused on one thing. But besides the practical aspects of like figuring out how many customers you have, how many people are actually interested in all that stuff, there's one thing I would always recommend you, and that's make sure you break it down first before you start the store, before you do anything. Go look at what products you have an idea you want to do. Go on AliExpress and look how many orders they have. Try to find other stores with them and figure out how well other people are doing with them. Because if other people are crushing it, then you can crush it too. You don't want to be the first person entering a market space for something, you know, unless you really know what you're doing. You just want to take what works, because then you know other people are already making money with it. So one thing I do want to point out really quick before you actually try and like jump in and get everything going is, I know I talked about like having, you know, one niche and, you know, the passion around that, but you don't want to have just a big store with all these different things, right? Just because you offer more products and you can promote different things and test it out does not mean you're going to make more money. Let's say you just want to do a clothing store, right? And you have men's clothing, women's clothing, baby clothing. That's like something a massive retailer would do, and it's going to be tough for you to get traction. Sure, you can make sales on like one specific product, but I would highly recommend you go focus in like, okay, take babies for example, right? That's something people have a passion around, right? You can tap into that. Mothers who are on Facebook and want to, like, you know, they have newborn babies, you're going to sell them clothes and stuff. You can like attack that from, you know, don't you want the best for your child? You can really, you know, mess with their emotions. You like find something like that, right? So niche down with babies and focus on like newborns, right? Or, you know, something specific in a larger category. So just keep trying to niche down and sub yourself down. So once you pick something, try and break it down like 3 times further and just get that super specific passion. Now, when it comes to actually picking products, I know I said like look for how many orders it has on AliExpress. As for number wise, definitely make sure it has over like 1,000 orders, because that means, you know, it has some traction, people are interested. And if people keep ordering it, that's usually, you know, AliExpress in itself is a drop shipping site. So if it has over 1,000 orders, that means people are getting some sales with it. They keep buying, repurchasing, especially from that seller specifically. The higher order number that they have means more people are drop shipping from them, or maybe not more, but less people are, but they're making more sales, right? So you know they're getting sales, you know people are making money, and it's profitable if there's a ton of orders. As well as it's one of the best deals. So you might see 50 different listings for the same product, but the one with the most orders is probably the cheapest, has the best, fastest shipping, the best customer service, all that, right? There's a reason people keep ordering from them, so just use that credibility. A lot of people ask me like how many products I have on my store, how many do I need to start with? And I always try and like jump past this just because I think it's not important. But if that's gonna get you hung up on it, then here's my answer. Pick about 15 to 40 products and get it going. Setting up your store, you know, if you're brand new to Shopify or whatever, it might take you some time to learn the platform, but don't spend more than like 4 or 5 days on it. Don't spend 3 weeks researching products, picking products, trying to get 250 up on your website. That is ridiculous. Since I first started my store, every single thing has changed. All the products have been cycled through, found new ones, found better ones. I look back and I was a complete idiot at what I did, and odds are you're gonna do the same thing. So just make sure you pick some solid products, do your research, figure it out, get it going as fast as possible. Just test and implement as fast as you can, because that's actually taking action. That's the practical steps you need to take to learn and figure out what works and what doesn't for you. Everyone's different. I might get different results than you for a certain product, you know, for whatever reasons. So I'm gonna try and keep this video short as possible. I got stuff to do, I got stores to build. We're trying to launch our new redesign of it, which I'll definitely talk about in other videos, but pick your main niche, right? Niche it down to a passion, then find 15 to 40 products on that. Do some research, look at which ones are quality, have good orders. Try and find other people's stores. Like I recommend looking on Facebook for that most definitely. But build your store based on that, right? Get it going as fast as possible. I recommend starting with influencer shoutouts. I just made my last video on that. And I definitely want to make videos breaking down exactly how I structure my influencer posts. I made a video on how to find them, like how to reach out to them, but I'm going to definitely dive more in depth in like exactly what I look for in an influencer. And you got to be careful of them being in engagement groups, all these different things that we'll get into. But with that being said, definitely be sure to subscribe, dropping videos every other day, and who knows, I might eventually kick that up to every day. Right now I've just been super focused with all this business stuff and I just don't have the time. You know, filming a video might take me 10 minutes or so, then it takes another 30 to edit, another 10, 20 to upload, get a thumbnail made. So it's a good hour and a half at least invested into every video, but I definitely want to do that for you guys. I do want to start doing live streams, so kind of let me know what topics you guys would want to see for that. Just drop a comment down below. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.